Sleeping Beauty. Once upon a time, there lived a kind king and queen in a peaceful kingdom. They longed for a child, and at last their dream came true. A beautiful baby princess was born. The king held a grand celebration to welcome the princess. He invited 7 good fairies from across the land to bless her with their gifts. During the ceremony, each good fairy came forward to bestow a precious gift upon the princess. "You shall have beauty beyond compare, a sweet voice, and a kind heart." However, the king had forgotten to invite one old, wicked fairy. Just as the last fairy was about to give her blessing, the evil fairy appeared in a swirl of dark smoke. Filled with anger, she cried out, "When the princess turns 16, she shall prick her finger on a spinning wheel and die." Everyone gasped in horror, but the 7th fairy stepped forward and said gently, "I cannot undo the curse completely, but I can soften it. The princess will not die. She will only fall into a deep sleep for 100 years until she is awakened by true love's kiss." The king, determined to protect his daughter, ordered every spinning wheel in the kingdom to be destroyed. Years passed, and the princess grew into a graceful and kind young woman. One day, while the king and queen were away, she wandered through the castle and discovered an old tower room. Inside, an old woman sat spinning thread. Curious, the princess said, "What are you doing? May I try?" The moment she touched the sharp spindle, she pricked her finger and instantly fell into a deep, magical sleep. At once, the magic spread throughout the castle. Everyone, the servants, the guards, even the horses in the stables, fell into a long, peaceful slumber. Around the castle, a thick forest of thorns grew so tall and wild that no one could enter or see it anymore. 100 years passed. One day, a brave young prince heard tales of the sleeping princess hidden behind the enchanted forest. Determined to find her, the brave young prince fought his way through the thorns and finally reached the silent castle. There, in a chamber filled with roses, he saw the princess lying peacefully on her bed. Moved by her beauty, the prince gently bent down and kissed her forehead. At the very moment, the spell was broken. The princess opened her eyes and smiled. The entire castle awoke from its century-long sleep. The king and queen rejoiced, and the people cheered with happiness. Soon after, the prince and the princess were married in a grand celebration. From that day on, they lived happily ever after.